Hey, how's everybody doing? It's another lovely day that the Lord has made. But I'm out here at my sister's house in the backyard. I've been doing some squirrel hunting and got about three or four today. So I'm gonna clean them up and get ready to go home to my sweet wife and enjoy her the rest of the day. But I have a new tool which is right here. It's the squirrel cleaning buddy. You wrap it around the tree and it holds steady while you put your squirrel up there, and it helps you to clean your squirrel a whole lot better. The process is real easy. I'm still practicing with it. Haven't really messed up a squirrel yet, but so far it's been pretty good for me. So I'm gonna try to demonstrate a little bit on how this thing works and see how everything go. But just stay tuned. Here, all you have to do is take them by the hind legs, put them inside of here, right behind the ankle bones, and make sure it's pulled tight, and it'll hold pretty steady because the tool is wrapped around the side of the tree all the way around, and you tighten it down, and it holds pretty steady. So it holds your squirrel up there where it won't be fumbling around while you're trying to make a clean cut and all. But this is a little process I've seen of how to clean the squirrel on YouTube. So I'm gonna just kind of be quiet and demonstrate how to do it and let you watch. Just clean the butt area around from fur, free it from fur a little bit where you can see where your cut is, and you want to cut right below the tailbone, um, and you don't want to cut too fast and cut too deep because you don't want to cut the meat. You want to cut right above the fur line where there won't be nothing but skin. All right, try not to pull the tail off, but if you do, it's okay. Just continue to make it clean cut right across the top of his back, and try not to cut the meat, and cut all the way around to the side to loosen up that fur and that skin around there. A lot of times these little guys can be tough. Their skin can be tough, so you want to try to loosen it up all the way around to the side if you can, without cutting any of the meat. And make sure, of course, have a clean, sharp knife. That way, you won't struggle trying to making your cuts. So. Goes all the way around the side. Okay. Let's see. And then from here, you're supposed to be able to pull the fur down off of it, just like that. Of course, you can tell it was a clean shot because the hole is right here by his head, so it doesn't mess up your meat. This is a small and a young squirrel, but he's still big enough to go in the pot with a collection of all the other squirrels that you collect throughout the year. So he's big enough to make a mess. And then pull his legs out from the fur just like that, all the way down to where you won't be cutting none of the meat off of his arms, which they don't have much there, but I'll try to get as much meat off the squirrel as I most possibly can. Only two tools that I use is a sharp knife that I have here, which is here. This is a little hunting knife, real sharp, and I kind of keep it sharp, and each time I go out to hunt. When I use it, and I take it home, clean it up real good, all the blood and stuff off of it, and I rinse it off in the sink or somewhere, and get it real clean before I put it back in my bag. Then I bought me a pair of outdoor shears, the kind of like garden shears, and this is the heavy duty kind, and it's you can cut with it, and it also has a part in the back where you can break the bone, which is this little inside curve area here, right off in there where you break the bones and stuff. So it's really good, especially if it's tough. Some of these small ones you don't have to, because their body is so light and tender. So just clip both of the front. And I usually leave that on for a second before cutting the head off of it. Take it off and reverse it around. That way I can use this to put the head on the inside. And it should be able to hold, and do the same likewise with this end. You just pull down and you should be able to get the fur off of your squirrel. If I can get my fingers around it. There we go. You pull down all the way down to his feet, and the other side as well. Just pull straight down all the way down to his feet, just like so. Sometimes I use, if I'm in a hurry, I don't put them on, but sometimes if I'm not in a hurry, I'll put plastic gloves on. That way you won't get blood and fur all over your hands while you're cleaning. But either way, it's okay. It's if you're used to it. And then you do the same with the rear, back legs. Throw it away, of course. And then you want to go to the hind end of the squirrel and break that pelvic bone right through the center. And then when you make your incision to cut up through the opening up, make sure you go right underneath his skin, and do your best not to cut the guts open, because it'll make a lot of mess. You'll have guts and poo and all that stuff all over your meat, and you don't want that. So which will still be okay, but you won't have to do all the extra cleaning. Cut all the way up. And you just take him by the rib area and just open him up, and everything should be displayed there. And I usually get right at the esophagus area, started from the head, and pull the esophagus loose, and everything else usually fall apart coming down, pulling straight down after you clean all the rest of the guts out. You should just go right down the side of his rib area and go right down the side, and everything will start pulling it loose. Usually pull all together. Just like that. Throw it away and give it to the coyotes. And then after that, you have a perfectly clean squirrel. Just take long. And after that, just clip its head off. And then you'll be completely done. You'll have a completely finished squirrel. Doesn't take long at all. Just like that. Take the head off, throw it away, give it to the animals, and you have a perfectly clean squirrel. All processed and everything, got it out real good, nice and clean. All I have to do is go home and rinse him out, soak him in some salt water for an hour or two, and then I will take him, put him in Ziploc freezer bag, and make sure you get all the air, squeeze all the air out before sealing it tight in your Ziploc bag. And it should hold at least, I usually don't go no longer than a year with my meat, providing I got it Ziploc tight and it doesn't come freeze burn or nothing. Other than that, That's it. Thanks for watching.